Hey guys, Travis here. I know it's been quite a while, but I've been super busy with work and life. But I did take a trip to Honobia, Oklahoma back in October, and I do have a great story to share with everybody. It is very good, so please stick around and listen to this. So I went back to Honobia in late October of last year. I'll keep all the information confidential because I don't know if I'm allowed to share it, but I was with a gentleman who goes to a spot where he runs into quite a few Sasquatch. So I went with this gentleman and we went down into this spot with a few other people. And I will say this night was crazy. So the first thing that happened is we go out in the woods, it's getting close to dark time, and the guy I'm with said, he's kind of like, I feel like the mood in the woods have kind of changed. He's like, they're coming in. And, as we're out there, chilling, waiting for the Bigfoots to come in, you can hear them coming. You can hear, sounds in the brush and like movement, and you just know they're coming. You can just feel it. And a few minutes later, he was like, they are here. And he's like, look right over there. There's their eye shine. And I've never actually seen their eye shine, so I didn't know exactly what I was looking for. So I kind of looked off into the brush because it's thick out there, and you're kind of looking. And he's like, all right, now look at the stars. I'm like, all right, he's like, you see how bright they are? I'm like, yes. He's like, okay, now follow my hand all the way down and right there. And I look, and mind blown. What I'm looking at is at least one or two sets of bright, bright, bright eye shine. I mean, really bright. I mean, this stuff is bright. I can't describe it. It's just it's like two light bulbs. And I'm watching this eye shine, and you actually watch, like, you watch the eye shine move, like their heads are moving around. I mean, and you're just sitting there looking at a Bigfoot. Now, the eye shine is apparently they can turn it on and off on command. It must be some evolutionary trait. I'm not exactly sure, but they have to have a way to see at night because that's when they're most active, and I guess that's it. So we were down there checking out the eye shine. It's the craziest thing you'll ever see. And so we walked up the path a little bit, me, him, and another guy, and we were out there watching and listening, and all of a sudden you hear something like charge at us, like someone in the woods is running at us, and it charged, and it was really loud, and then it stopped, and I kind of jumped because you don't expect something to run at you in the woods in the middle of the night like that. And turned out it was one of the Sasquatch. He said that sometimes they will kind of charge at you, not to be harmful or menacing, but more of just like a playful thing. They're kind of messing with us, I guess. And that actually happened to him again that night. I wasn't standing there. He was kind of down the path, down a bit. I missed it. But anyways, so we're down there for a little bit longer, more eye shine, and then we decided to go onto this property. I was gonna camp out under this little overhang. It was like a pavilion thing, and the pavilion backed up against the woods. So there's the pavilion and the forest lines right here next to it, and so here's the forest line, here's the pavilion, and then there's a couple of metal buildings and stuff on the property. Anyways, he went off to bed, and another one of his friends showed up with his family, and his family set up a tent, and they went to sleep. And I was talking to this gentleman, and as we were sitting there talking, the steel building next to us, all of a sudden, we're just talking, all of a sudden you just hear something just BAM! Just a really loud slam, and the whole building, shook. And it was loud, and I'm talking, really loud, and my guess is that either one of them got a really large rock and just chunked it at the building, or one was actually on the other side of the steel building and grabbed the door and just grabbed that door and just slammed. That's what it really sounded like. Like it grabbed the door and just slammed, and the whole building just shook like crazy. And a few times throughout the night we did hear a lot of rocks actually hitting the buildings. He said that, sometimes they'll wake up and there'll just be piles of rocks and stuff, on the overhangs because they'll throw the rocks and they'll roll off, and crazy. So anyways, we walked down towards the forest line a little bit. I did see more eye shine. It's just so crazy to see. You're just looking at it and you're just like, yeah, there's just a Sasquatch just right over there. There's two of them or whatever, and as we were out there, I heard a couple more rocks hit the hit the roof and roll off. Now the thing was, is there's like a whole bunch of dogs that kind of roam around, and there was 3 of them over there, and they were getting on my nerves because I had my sleeping bag set up on this table, and one of them was laying on my sleeping bag. He wouldn't move, and you know, the moon was really bright, and the property's all, you know, completely bright. And he's, you know, the guy, he went to bed eventually, but he was like, you know, sometimes they'll cut across the property to get to the woods here. And they said that the last time they were out there, they had actually seen one. One actually came up really close to this pavilion because there's a tree next to it, and it was actually behind the tree. And I'm like, you know, so I'm trying to go to sleep, but you know, the dogs are there and they're just moving around and they're barking. And I know what they're barking at. There's a bunch of Sasquatches over here in the wood line. They're just sitting there barking at them, and they'll be quiet for a few minutes and then they'll start barking again. So every time you shut your eyes, they start barking. You're just like, ugh. And it was really, really cold. Like, you know, I've been there a bunch. I kind of know how to prepare. For some reason, I didn't prepare this time. I was like, oh, look, it's going to be like 45 or something. I'll be fine. I'll bring like a light jacket. I froze to death. I don't know why. I was I had like 4 jackets on. I was freezing. So it was the freezing, and the dogs wouldn't shut up. And I should have brought my tent to sleep outside, like to sleep inside the tent, because I would have felt better. Probably would have been a little warmer, but there's just, the dogs are barking, and I know there's Sasquatches around. Of course, you can't sleep because, you know, the moon had the whole property lit up. So I was like sitting there like staring, like, when's one gonna come, you know, walking out of the woods here, and I can see what you know, the dang thing looks like. But unfortunately, all that was just too much, so I did kind of pack up and head out. I haven't been back since. Hope to go back soon. Maybe find another area to swatch, because the areas I have been in are technically, I'm not supposed to be up there, long story, but I'll try and find some other areas that are public lands to kind of go walking around on. But crazy night, and I mean, the eye shine is just the craziest thing you'll ever see. I mean, when you're watching the eyes and you're watching, you know, them move with the head, and you're just like, yeah, there's just a Bigfoot right over there. You know, like half the world population thinks this is a hoax, but you know, it's right there. It's right there. So, anyways, it was a crazy night, but I'll do it again sometime, hopefully, and always check in, because I'm your source for Bigfoot reports. I'm not crazy. It's all true. I swear. All right. See you guys later.